Hi guys, so this is my DIY bike winch slash lift space saver setup that I did the other afternoon just to clear up some space because I'll probably get another bike in the next week or two. So having 2 to 3 bikes across here really kind of limits the space in here. So this is what I come up with. 3 meters to the eaves in my garage, so the uprights are 3 meters. They are 35 by 35 by 2 RHS galvanized. And then we'll work our way down to the legs. I just kind of measured out with my bike to see how far the foot pegs come out while the handlebar's still clearing. So we ended up at about 600 mil. So that's obviously taking most of the weight on these. Just some bracing to make sure it doesn't fold over. And then with the platform, come out about the same distance and just measured one of the normal motorbike lift stands to see the height, which is about 290, 280. But yeah, I just built it with steel I had laying around. So these bits are 25 by 25 by 3 mil RHS. I was going to put a base in here, but I don't think it needs it. It sits quite nicely in there. This kind of just helps it from sliding off, which I don't think it would anyway. We've got it dyno bolted to the floor, and now the sliding mechanism, I guess that's what you call it. So this is 40 by 40 by 2 mil RHS, and it fits nicely over the 35 by 35. So I can't really do it one-handed, but it slides pretty nice up and down. I also just use some have this dry lube on the uprights to make it slide even nicer. One thing I should have did, but I didn't, was, let me see if I can get a good view of this. I probably should grind down that seam as far as you can, where the metal's been joined together, the tube. As you can see, it raised up a bit there. I have noticed it's put a bit of a gouge in here, but it still slides up and down quite nicely. The pulley system, it's got 3 pulleys, so it's only a 100 kilo winch. So now I've bumped it up to, sorry, it's only a 50 kilo. Rated 100 kilo double line, but I've got a triple line, so I guess that's 150. If my maths is correct. But yeah, all I've used is like these eye bolt things here that go through to connect it. I'll jump up the top and show you what I've done up there. Okay, so like I said before, 3 pulleys, 1 connected there, 1 down there, and the end connection point. So this winch, all I did with the uprights is made it so it'll fit the winch in between, so it's nice and narrow. So I think we ended up with, let's see if I can get a maybe 27 or 270 mil between. Kind of worked all right. Just welded these little angles on just to support it here as well, take any movement out up and down. The winch itself mounts on a 40 by 40 tube, so I've had to weld that onto the 35 by 35s, and it's just bolted in like that. If I had my time again, I'd probably have these bolted on and this tube bolted on as well, so I could take it all off if I needed to, because at the moment that platform is locked in, so like you can't slide out the bottom and it can't slide out the top. So that's probably the only change I'd make really, and obviously I think I said smoothing the seams off on the inside of that tube. It is not that fast. I think it takes about a minute or so to wind it up and down, but that's not too bad. Here is the box for the winch. This was just from Bunnings. Like I said, it's 100 kilo, but that's it. A double line pull. I made it, like I said, triple. I actually bought another pulley to make it 4 in case I needed to, but it seems to do the job with just 3. I think it was about $120, $130. The next size up was maybe double that, so like 230 bucks or more. So, but it was 250 kilos, so it'd probably do it without the extra pulley setup. But I just liked it because it was so small and didn't take up much space, because I think the other one's maybe 100 mil or so wider and bulkier, obviously heavier as well. I was worried about the cable because it's quite small, 2.5 mil, but I had a look and I think it was 1870 newtons per millimeter squared, so I think it's about 5 times that, so yeah, maybe like 900 kilos or something, so it's all good. I'll try and put a video in now of how long it actually takes, and then yeah, that's about it. Maybe throw a diagram in at the end as well. Righto, thanks for watching. One thing I did forget to mention was this here. It's just a safety pin, so it's not got all the load on the winch when it's up there, so